João Nunes from Oliveira de Hospital, Portugal. And this work is review green extraction techniques of bioactive compounds, a state-of-art review, published in recent number of processes. He explains why the topic, because green extraction techniques which would be suitable and recovering from regular sources as sustainable or waste, allowing to separate the compounds of green chemistry and medicine and energy is a key point due to separate, to fight, to generate, to design green and sustainable method of industrial, because this separation would be crucial to go to replace conventional method if efficient enough. The use is less hazardous process, reducing environmental impacts. Their extraction will be used both in food waste, microalgae, and lignocellulose, as well as other organic waste as furniture and tannic waste. Therefore, we have here they're all reviewing, and this is due to pigments, and firstly shows the using as green chemistry as using non-hazardous compounds, using design permits use new generation of reducing waste and converting it into core product and assures the safe and high quality life. The United Nations prioritizing in several future years their contacts is different reviews and reducing the landfills, because landfills would be more feasible and causing reducing greenhouse effect also, because using this carbon dioxide which can be used in such cases. According to green solvents, he choose ionic liquids, deep eutectic solvent, natural deep eutectic solvent, water, supercritical, biosolvents, and biosolvents. This shows the accessibility of critique. The supercritical is still different related to requirements of high energy, because it's high energy in the case of water, in the case 375 Celsius degree, in requiring high energy and high anti-corrosive material for vessel and equipment. The eutectic and technical solvents are more suitable if not using water because of carbon dioxide. Ionic liquids are pure compounds composed of ions, which present desirable thermodynamic as thermal stability, adjustable viscosity, miscibility, solubility, and extraction capacity for anyway different compounds with distinct polarities. Another is deep eutectic solvents have emerged similar to ionic liquids, but more easily synthesized, less depolarizing and less toxicity. are formed for hydrogen bond acceptors such as quaternary ammonium with hydrogen bond donators such as urea or carboxylic acid or amide. With natural components are used for synthesis, usually for plant metabolites like sugars and corn natural deep eutectic solvents. This is useful because this is not toxic, easily gated, and highly compatible from food waste and cosmetic waste. So we have during production the use of this waste and this reducing it at production and then use in industry. These biosolvents, such as offer esters of natural organic acids, fatty esters, terpene compounds such as eucalyptol or limonene, isosorbide, and glycerol derivatives. These solvents are very friendly, so going bad, so going consider focus on these biosolvents because are most environment friendly from all these methods. As extraction methods, Professor Nunez says three techniques: maceration, Soxhlet technique, Soxhlet extraction, and microwave extraction. This feed method, maceration, is using extensive, is very often by sample is ground into fine particles and then placed in closed vessels and covered by solvent during a period time, and heat source may be used, and liquid extra is turned off by cease by filtration. This maceration usually to remove impurities. The final extract can be concentrated by evaporation. This method is inexpensive and very suitable for thermal label some compounds, since then temperature can be adjusted accordingly. It requires harsh amounts of solvent, which is very the advantage because high solvents, if expensive, would be very costly or more use energy not saving, and in case is used in some food waste usually like tomatoes, bananas, very often the as one compound is using, for example, for tomato peels uh, to using olive oil as solvent, grids are as lycopene, the carotenoid, which can be great antioxidant properties. Uh, Similarly to carotenoids, is oil-soluble compound that the use of vegetable solvent to compound can be excellent alternative for organic solvents. Although yield ethyl lactate is also can be for this lycopene, and onion and bananas waste are also rich in phenolics and flavonoid compounds. Therefore, compared to onion bulb, the highest onion bulb flesh, the highest concentration of phenolics and flavonoids is observed on onion peel. Stiff overworld is sodium propionate based natural deep eutectic solvents for polyphenols, obtaining high phenolic content. Another way is use condition in the case of antioxidant obtaining is very high and very useful. The components is used for banana peels, watermelon, in food, the separation of some pigments or phenolics is very efficient. Therefore, in case also used was for flavonoids and astaxanthin in case of microalgae. by using ethanol as solvent. In case of tomatoes, the better is olive or ethanol, while in case of algas or macroalgas is use the maturation conditions. However, in case of algas, the sucklet is much more efficient. In case of wood, the maturation is very little efficient as compared to other methods, but used to use flavonoids and phenolics. In case of especially eucalyptus, elk, and birch, and this uh, is for use. Another method is sockslet. A sockslet is using special extraction apparatus consisting main components: sample holder, bottom flask, a siphon, a condenser, and heat source. The sample is packed filtered paper placed in the thimble, and the round bottom flask is filled with residual solvent. The solvent is then heated to a set temperature, then, after reaching the boiling state, the solvent reaches the vapor state to a set temperature. The condensed liquid is Driegsberg and gradually filling. The extracted as the liquid overflow leaves as the siphon aspirates the solution and it falls back into flask, carrying the extracted solids into bulk solution. The operation is repeated until complete extraction is achieved. The result is enhanced success extraction. It has higher mass transfer than maturation, achieving for less solvent is needed, and no filtration or silication is necessary, unlike maceration. The most big disadvantage is still that is unsuitable for high volatile and thermolabile compounds like maceration. In this case, if the thermolabile maceration has speed and solvent is still quite high, that is not similarly less than maceration, but still very high. But in case of, for example, for lipid, in case of extraction for biofuels, it's very basic operation, especially of microalgas and macroalgas. This ethanol gives high lipid content, allowing this for production biobutanol and biofuel and FAME, fatty ethyl ester. So this surface operation is suitable. The other method is using microwave assisted extraction, is involving sample microwave energy, which is extracted. In recent is significant recognition because for extracting from different sources, in context are the cultural proportions. As magnetron, the waveguide, the circulator, and this is the 5 needed. And this, in other hands, apply microwaves only to samples for a more efficient extraction. The moisture content is the sample matrix. It's the main target of microwave heating during microwave assisted extraction. Moisture builds up pressure within plant cells and causes the swelling and rupturing the cells. In the conventional heat transfer occurs for heating medium to inside, while mass transfer follows opposite direction. In the context of microwave assisted extraction, both the heat and mass gradients act synergistically to enhance the extraction process. By promoting targets. There's also derived extraction. For instance, solvent-free microwave uh, hydrodistillation and gravity. Advantages are increased release of compounds from the matrix to increase cell disruption. The reduced time of extraction and solvent use, and can be scaled initial economic investment, and equipment is lower in compared to the other structures. Uses the non-heat source, increasing the efficiency and selectivity of the heating process. However, uneven sample heating causes the hotspot. This hotspot could be that some regional sample are not heated and very impure. This is the drawbacks that we cannot still use the microwave assisted in even in all surface of sample, and increased temperature could damage some chemical structure. In this case, if for using temperature sensitive, the steel is succeed is much better. Succeed and maceration. Succeed and especially maceration. Need to include other is drawback of microwave assisted extraction is need to include a separation procedure to segregate the residue from the high value compounds after the extraction process. And this is the process cost. And still, in case of phenolics of onion peels were high better than maceration or success. 80 to 8 is 10 times better for extraction, but still, in some cases, due to hotspot and browbers are still better on this traditional productivity techniques. But still, uh, microwave assisted extraction is if the using is still better. Other compounds is also use and techniques is in other some existed extraction using higher frequency than 20 kilohertz. But this is used only to food compounds, and summary is in case of lycopene is phenolics lower from banana peels that engage microwave assisted. But ethanol can be suitable. However, useful solvent for banana better result than maceration. And the microalgae, in case of using, has similar to substrate, so less energy. But the but needing is that needs much more energy than microwave assisted extraction. The crucial is careful to control time and power intensity during extraction. This is the drawbacks. And other the using is good for catechine and some ethanol for example for herb for extraction of some vanillin is very useful in compared to other. The supercritical is using extraction, is using if carbon dioxide is drawback is the working at high pressures. Equipment is expensive. Doesn't cause so much environment pollution like others. In enhanced superconductivity solution, especially high yields, and can be used in combination with chemotherapy and services to extract, isolate, and products rapidly and efficiently. But in case of Lafat soluble uh, constituent is very low efficient. The method using supercritical solvents. So this is the drawbacks, a high initial cost. So this is the what I wanted to say for today. Thank you very much for listening to me. I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much.